Many people talk to me. They want to have a land, a piece of land, a tiny piece of land. They want to live in the simple way, live in a sustainable way in a small piece of land. But it's so hard to get a piece of land because the price of the land rose up very high. They cannot afford to buy land anymore. They work hard, they cannot save money. So they cannot buy land anymore. Many Thai people talk to me like this. And even some foreigners talk to me too. I came back to think about this for a while. I see something different from many people. I believe that the price of land never go up. Now, compared to 50 years ago and now, the price of land is still the same. But what has changed is inflation. It's not about the price of land change. I may be wrong. I just want to talk about this to share my thinking so anybody can share your experience, your thinking too, because we need to learn together. What is the real problem? What is the real problem? From now, I can see that the price of land did not go up, but the inflation made it look like the land price going up. I compare to when I was kid. When I was kid, 1 cent you can buy 4 bowls of noodles at that time. $10 you can buy a buffalo, a cows. So 1 acre of land, it can be about $30. At that time, most of people think that I cannot buy land because the land is so expensive. At that time, people don't have money because nobody hire people to do anything at that time. You cannot get a job. No job. Nobody hire people to work. When I was kid, 7 years old, 8 years old, nobody hire people to work. Even you have something, you cannot sell because nobody buy things from each other. What people can sell at that time is buffalo, cows, and land. But it's not easy for people to buy land or sell land. It takes long time. A few years, 1 or 2 people will sell 1 piece of land only. Not easy. Even you have money, you cannot buy it easily. So at that time, the land is so cheap, $30 per acres. But people still believe that they cannot afford to buy land. They thought it's too expensive. One whole family, they have only money, only $1 in the whole family. That's most of villagers in my village used to have because they don't use money much. So to buy good land is so hard because there are not many ways to make money like now. You cannot go get a job and get money. You cannot grow vegetable and sell. You cannot do that because everybody grow everything. Everybody have food. That's when I was kid. So to have land at that time is not easy. It's similar to now. People feel like to have land is not easy. Land is so expensive. But now it's a lot easier than when I was 7 or 8 years old. Because now people can get a job. They can get money easily. They can make something and they can sell things easily. You can make income easily now. Compared to when I was kid, it's so easy now. Because people can make money in many different ways. They have more choice to make money. So the price of land now very high. Now the price of land in my village is about $30,000 per acres. $30,000 per acre is very high in many people's belief, in many people's feeling. But compared to when I was 7 years or 8 years ago, 1 acre of land is about $30. People still believe it's too far, too rich. They cannot buy that piece of land. It's too expensive. $30. That's a lot of money. How can they get money? My father need to raise a lot of buffalo and cows, and they sold that cows or buffalo so they can have money to buy land when I was a kid. So even it's very hard for them, they can buy it at that time. Now, it looked like it's very high, $30,000 per acres in my village. In the village, not outside the village. It's too expensive for many people. But some people still buy land in the village. Because now people can make money easier than in the past. They can grow things, sell, they can make things to sell. For example, like my cousin, she just finished primary school. She's poor. Her husband become alcoholic, and her only kid, her son, become some retard, cannot be normal people. He cannot work, just asking for money. So she worked alone to take care of her husband and her son. She has no education. She did not have very high education. So what she did, she make soy milk to sell in the market, and she grow vegetable to sell in the market. She raised some cows at home, and not many years she has some money. She saved some money. She hide some her income to 100 baht. 200 baht is maybe about $5. $6 is about $6 per day. She hide it from her husband every day. And then many years later, she has enough money to buy 5 acres of land now. So even it's very expensive, but if you plan well, if you design your expense very well, you can have a chance to buy land. But many Thai people, they make a lot of money, but they said, I cannot save money. That's because of they use a lot of money to buy something is not important in their life. They drink a lot of pop soda, they eat a lot of snack, they have coffee, expensive coffee, they buy lottery, they bought some whiskey or something like that. So this expense draw money from us all the time. But my cousin, she did not pay her money for this thing at all. Not many years later, she have money to buy land. When many people who have very high education, who are a teacher, who are government official, they always complain that I don't have enough income to buy land. So what I see now is It's not about the price of land go high. It's about how we design, how we plan to use our money. If we have strong intention to get a piece of land, and if we try to save that amount of money, it doesn't take very long time. You can buy land. And if we have low income, but we want to buy land in the city, it's impossible. Because in the city, it's extremely expensive. If we go outside of the city, go to the rural area, there's some land is still very low price. It's not that expensive. I think every country are the same. If you go out further in the rural area, you have ability to buy land there. It's not too expensive. For example, 20 years ago, when I quit my job in Bangkok, I don't have any money. I start a garden. I grow my own food. I sold my food, my vegetable. I did not make a lot of money, only $5 per day. I saved all of those money every day. 4 years I have enough money to buy a piece of land now. So I just went out very far, not be too close to the main road, not be too close to the city. The land will be very cheap. Where I bought a piece of land in the beginning, there's no electricity. I live in that land with no electricity for 3 years. But now I have electricity, I have everything. So there are some place that you can buy lands quite cheap. The problem is when people grew up in the city, you don't have skill to live in the country. So people will have more fear, more worry. How can I live in the remote area like that? So that's the biggest problem that we have now. I think most people have ability to buy land. If you don't buy lottery, don't addicted to alcohol or drugs, and don't buy a lot of snacks or things like that, I think we can save enough money to buy land in very far away. But the main problem is people have no skill to live in the remote area because we were trained to be the city people, so strong. We have less skill to live in the land. That make people have more fear that if I go live like that, how can I survive? So this is the big problem that we need to think about it. If we really want to live on land, we need to train ourselves to have ability to do things by ourselves more and more. And we will have confidence to live in the country. We can change our remote area into anything easily now because of the internet era. Many people just bought a piece of land very far away at the end of the road with dirt road going there. And then they start a resort, they start a restaurant very far away. But they make it look unique. No electricity, nothing in there. But many people want to explore something like that. That's why they can do business in remote area. So now is the era of choice. People can do anything, anywhere now. So it's about our thinking. How can we change our thinking? How can we look in different way from the way we used to think before? This is my experience that I think different from many people, that many people believe that the price of land, the land rose up so high, they cannot afford to buy land. But for me, what I see is I can see that the price of land never go up or down. It's still the same. The problem now is inflation, make things look like it's go up. And then I can see that now we have more ability to make money easier, faster than 50 years ago when I was kid. So we have more chance to buy land than people when I was kid. This is my belief. This is my experience. So I want to share this thinking. So if somebody have some different thinking, different idea, I think it's nice to comment. We can learn from each other. I'm not sure I'm right or wrong. I do not think about right or wrong. I just think about this is what I see, what I saw. This is what I believe in now.